You see, in business world also those leaders who are ethical, they succeed. Let's see Narayan Murthy, Infosys person. He's a great leader. He built that organization. He stands by his values and principles, doesn't want to sacrifice them for anything at all. Simple living. He used to drive in his simple car and live in a two-room bedroom apartment and travel economy class, even though Infosys was earning so much money, because he believed in those principles. And he worked, and he could set an example by his lifestyle. And that is why he built Infosys. Look at Tata's. Khan Sahib is there. He will vouch for me. Tata never gave up bribe for anything. He never believed in it. And still, they are at the top of the business world. So, it was ethical leadership that Tata has talked about. This is ethics. We will not sacrifice our principles, no matter what. That is what. At the other end of the spectrum, you have Steve Jobs. You heard of Steve Jobs? Well, Steve Jobs, he built an Apple, but he was also a person of great ethical leadership. Do you know, I don't know how many of you know that Steve Jobs, in the early part of his life, came to India. And he went to Kachi Ashram. And he spent a lot of time out here learning about Indian spiritualism. And that built him up. That built up his personality. That built up his leadership. And he was a great follower of Managment. And when he died, he had a casket which was given to all those people who came to, a small packet. All those people who came to attend his funeral. And when people went back home and opened that, they found it was a book, autobiography of a yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda. So he distributed that, and even after he had died, he got it distributed to all the members, which shows what he believed in. He believed in spiritualism, the topic of today. Spiritual principles are important. The ethical principles are important when you talk of leadership, when you talk of management. In the same way, this Facebook person, he also came to India. He was asked by Steve Jobs to come to India and go to Kachi Ashram and find peace inside. He was told that Mark Zuckerberg, he was told by Steve Jobs that when he was feeling unhappy with things. Steve Jobs told him, go to India, learn about Indian spiritualism, you will get peace inside. When you get peace inside, you will be able to lead from outside. And that's what he's done. That's what Mark Zuckerberg, everybody now talks about Facebook, is a problem. That's what happened. This is the positive side. And then see, unethical. When I'm talking ethical, then it means some leadership is unethical also. Yes, there is. Leaders can be unethical. And they can be leaders. But they can succeed only for a short period of time. Not for a long period of time. Their leadership cannot sustain them for a long period of time. Let us for the business world, since young boys and girls say, I can give them some examples. Look at, I don't know whether you heard or not of Ranjan Gupta. He was ISP, Delhi IIT. ISP. He founded ISP, MBA from US. He was the managing director of McKinsey for years. And yet what happened ultimately? He was involved in an insider trading scandal, for which he went to jail. Why? Why? The lure of money or the lure of materialism maybe was too much for him to resist. If that lure of materialism is there to that extent, then you cannot have ethical leadership. You can never be contented. You can never be satisfied. Ethical leadership will not come. Say the famous case of the Vivekananda Chanda Kochar, why say something? Or you heard of Satyam Computers, Ramalingam Raju, one of the brilliant leaders at that time, but why? Suddenly he siphoned off the money from Satyam Computers and put it in other companies, which he should not have done. And what happened? Disaster. So, unethical leadership, even if how brilliant you are, you may succeed for some time. कुछ दिन तक आप सफलता आपको मिलेगी, लेकिन हमेशा के लिए सफलता आपको अनैतिक leadership के नेतृत्व से आपको कभी नहीं मिल सकती. That's the point I want to make. Therefore, it is essential to have ethical leadership.